Sports Live This Morning starts right now.
More on getting around our area, and talking or texting on your cell phone while driving for many people is thought to be a distraction. And after the break, we're going to talk to someone from LeaseTrader.com who's done an interesting survey on what drivers really think is dangerous and what's not, and we'll get to that right after this. 20 minutes now after 11 o'clock. Which is more of a distraction when you're driving? Texting, road rage, or having kids in the car? The answers will likely surprise you. A lot of attention, of course, is being paid to texting while driving right now. But our next guest, John Sternal, is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications for LeaseTrader.com. And his company has done some interesting polling. John's in Miami for us live this morning, and he joins us via Skype. John, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me today.
Your survey has sort of an interesting divide in it, and is kind of a gender divide. If you ask men what is the biggest distraction, they worry about road rage and the temptation for revenge. You ask women, and they say it's having kids in the car.
Yeah, we realize that men and women both have obviously different things on their minds as we go through our daily lives, and that translates over to driving a vehicle, which is why when we set out to do this LeaseTrader.com survey to find out, first and foremost, where do we stand on this issue of texting while driving. Mm-hmm. We also wanted to find out where men stand with distractions versus where women stand with distractions.
And actually, as it turns out, in your research, texting finishes pretty far down the list in both categories.
Yeah, I think what we found as we collected the data, analyzed the data, was that yes, anything that deals with a cellular device, especially texting while driving, of course, it is a distraction and it's dangerous, and Sure. It's something that we really need to pay attention to right now. But yeah, there's other things that have been occurring while we drive for many, many years that are still equally as important as a distraction.
And I think this is probably good perspective, too, because we become sort of fixated on one thing. No question that texting is dangerous, and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration study that says it's twice as dangerous as being drunk behind the wheel, but that there are other things that divert our attention when we're driving, things we need to be aware of and frankly more mindful of, that are just as, perhaps even more dangerous.
Yeah, you take a look at some of the things that were on the list, and for the LeaseTrader.com survey, take the men, for example. Road rage was number one as far as the people that we polled. And, road rage is that dirty little phrase that just won't go away. And as much as texting while driving is getting today, road rage is still out there, unfortunately, and possibly with all the stress that's going on, with the economic situation affecting a lot of people, and why it probably ranks so highly for men is there's probably an element of testosterone involved. But yeah, road rage is one excellent example of there's other factors out there above and beyond just texting while driving.
John Sternal of LeaseTrader.com with the results of a very interesting survey that his organization did. John, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for having me.